Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another playthrough of Mage Knight. Today we're going to be playing as Arythea with Tovak as the dummy player. We've got a gold, a green and a white in the source, and our three units from left to right are thugs, northern monks and herbalists. Then our advanced actions are counterattack, decompose and crushing bolt. And our three spells in the spell offer are Cure Disease, Meditation Trance, and Snowstorm Blizzard. The last thing for setup is for Tovak's crystals, which are 2 blues and a red. And then we can draw up to our hand limit and decide which tactic we want to take for the first turn. So we take 5 cards here, and we get Stamina, Mana Pull, Rage, Battle Versatility and Concentration. And I think here, so we have two real options here. So we can either come around this way and aim for this keep. So that would be quite a lot of movement to get here. So it would be 2, 4, 6 and then another 3 to get into this keep. Never mind actually going into these spaces here. So that'd be another 3, that'd be 4, and then if we actually wanted to go into the maze, even more movement. Or alternatively, we can come around this way, go for this this mine here. We'll get a blue crystal, and then hopefully take out this guy on the probably second turn, and then probably come up towards the monastery and try and recruit either the herbalists or the northern monks, and hopefully we should still be on 0 reputation there if we've taken out that guy. So I think with that in mind, we probably go for planning here. Yeah, that should help us to hopefully take out the orc on the second turn. I was tempted to go for a great start, and maybe try and get, maybe try and take him out on this turn. But I think, I think planning's probably the one I want to go with here. The dummy player is going to take number 3, Mana Steal, so that's out of the game. We'll keep planning here. They are going to go first. So they go 1, 2, and 3. It's a blue, another 2, 1 and 2. Then it's over to us, and I think we probably want to go with Stamina with a gold. And I think I'll play Rage sideways for a move of 1. So that'll be enough to get us into the hills here. So 2, 3, 4, 5. We will end our turn there, trigger planning, and we'll get a blue crystal to our inventory. We re-roll this, and it's a black. We'll draw up to our hand limit of 5 plus 1. So another 3, 1, 2, and 3. And we get Swiftness, Threaten, and March. Dummy player 1, 2 and 3. It's a white, they don't go again. Over to us. And I think here, so I was trying to think about how we could block that swift attack, but I think what we can do instead is just play concentration. So we'll engage this guy in the combat first, play concentration with the green from the source, and we will use Swiftness for a ranged attack of 5, which takes him out in the ranged and siege attack phase. So that is +1 to our reputation and +3 fame. So we do level up at the end of this turn. We'll leave it there. It's a red, and we are getting a choice of 2 skills. So we get, so this one is Polarization. Once a turn, you can use 1 mana token as a mana of the opposite color to what's shown in the diagram. During the day, you can use a black mana as any color other than black, not to power the stronger effective spells. At night, you could use a gold mana as black to power the stronger effective spell, but not as any other color. Or the bottom one is Power of Pain. Once a turn, you can play 1 wound sideways as if it were a non-wound card. It gives +2 instead of +1. At the end of your turn, put that wound in your discard pile. That's a very difficult choice. I think they're both awesome skills. I think I'm going to take the mana one just to have flexibility in terms of which mana tokens we can have access to. But yeah, I'd be interested to hear people's thoughts on what they would have taken there. If they would have gone for the wound one instead. The common skill is another wound one for Tovak. In terms of our advanced action, I'm probably going to take either counter attack or crushing bolt. I'm leaning towards counter attack. It's just such a strong card, and hopefully we'll be able to pick up crushing bolt maybe in the monastery, but let's see. So the new advanced action then is going to be Blood Rage, and then we will draw up to our hand limit. So we have 4 in hand. We do end on a mine first of all, so we'll get another blue, and we'll get 2 more cards because of planning, and we get counter attack and stamina. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a white. They don't go again. So we have. I'm gonna want to get up to the monastery here, I think. And actually, just on that advanced action, that probably should have been the first one out for the monastery on the board there. So we'll put Blood Rage there, and then the one that goes into the advanced action offer is Into the Heat. Okay, so here I'm thinking I want to keep these 2 cards because I'll probably want to burn the monastery down. So what I think I'll do is I'll play Stamina for a move of 4, and then March for a move of 6. So that'll get us to 4, and then we can explore there. I could, we need 7 for the Northern Monks, but I don't want to give away these cards, and I probably want to keep Mana Pool as well. So I'll keep these in hand. We will, do we want to, no, we'll just, we'll use 6 and explore this tile here. So we get tile number 7, right next to a ruins. There is another monastery on the board, and there's an orc over there. So we get 3 physical attack, he's fortified, and 3 armor. We get another advanced action, and it is pure magic. And I think, so we would have 5. I mean, we could go for 7 here to get the Northern Monks, but I think I'll leave it. I'll end my turn there. Discard those. We'll draw up to our hand limit, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we get Determination and Tranquility. Dummy player, 1, 2, and 3. It's a green. They don't go again. Over to us. So here, I think, yeah, let's burn the monastery. So we have 1, 2, 3. We lose 3 reputation. We are going to get a Violet enemy. And we get, okay, so Summoner with physical resistance and 3 armor. So we don't have any Raged and Siege attack. So what we'll do is we'll play Mana Pool with the white from the source. We will take 2 mana die from the source and set them to any color except gold. We're going to have red, and I think we'll set this black one to green. We'll use the green with Tranquility to draw 2 cards, and we get Improvisation and March. And then, yeah, we'll still have this red available. So we will draw the monster enemy, and we get, okay, so 5 physical attack and brutal and 5 armor. So we need to block this for 5. I think I'm going to play counter attack with that red. So that's an attack 4, get an additional attack 3 for each enemy blocked this turn. And I think I will use to block probably, we could get 3, 4, 5, and then we would still have these 2 in hand, and we draw up. But that gives away our March. So why don't we just go with Determination with the blue. That's a block of 5, which blocks him. He goes away. And then we get, we need 6 physical attack because he's physically resistant. And we get 4 plus 3 because we blocked 1 enemy. And yeah, that is a total attack of 7, which is enough to take him out. That's 4 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4, not quite enough to level up, but we do get an artifact for that. I'm probably going to discard Threaten here because we can no longer recruit in this monastery. and I want to see if we can get through our cards here. So we will leave it there. We'll have 3 in hand. This goes away. These do not get re-rolled. This does, and it is a gold. These go away. We'll get our reward here, and it is going to be an artifact, and our choice is Ruby Ring or Banner of Glory. Yeah, let's I think go with Ruby Ring here. Having access to all that mana potential is really appealing. So we have 3 here, and we'll draw up to our hand limit, which is 5 + 1. So we get another 3, and we get in Promise, Crystallize, and Ruby Ring. Dummy player goes 1, 2. They're going to declare end of round in the next turn. Then it's us. We'll play March for a move of 4. So we can move 2 there, and then we can explore here. Okay, and we get... Okay, so there is an Orc and a Ruins. The Orc goes face up, and it is 7 physical attack, cumbersome, fortified, 2 armor with physical resistance. And then the Ruins is a keep and a monster token for an artifact. And there is also a magical glade. I think we can also probably... and I think, yeah, let's play Ruby Ring. So we'll get a red mana token and a red crystal. We'll get Fame +1, so that will level us up. And we can use Crystallize with that red to gain a crystal of that color to our inventory. So we'll just put that in there. We'll end our turn there, and we'll draw up. Our last card is Swiftness. Let's level up as well. So we get a 2nd command token. And the dummy player declares end of round, and then we can... So I don't think it makes sense to go over towards the monastery here, because we'll get stuck. We won't be able to go there, and then we'll have that. So I think we probably just want to go into the magical glade here, maybe explore as well. So let's get the red from the source and use improvisation for a move of 5. We will use Promise to discard, and so that will get us 3 in there, and then another 2. So we have, that is tile number 6, and it is a hills. There is another Orc there. Okay, so that goes face up, sorry. So 4 physical attack, and 3 armor. And then I think we're going to have to end our turn there. We don't have quite enough movement to get into the magical glade here. So we're going to have quite a tough time coming through here at night, even through here at night. We could take out this guy, but we would need to take a wound to do that. We could get like attack 4. So yeah, I think on the next turn we're probably going to want to come up this way. So potentially we can just move straight in here and then take out both of these guys on one turn, and then go from there. So yeah, let's end our turn there. So these are getting re-rolled, and it's a gold, a green, and a blue. We do end on a well, because we ended on a magical glade, we probably should have just taken that guy out, right? I think that makes sense. We had swiftness and battle versatility left. So yeah, we can just engage that guy in combat. And then he's going to do 3 damage. We'll take 1 wound, and then we can play battle versatility with a red, which does attack of 4. He's gone. We get +1 reputation and +2 fame. We do end on a magical glade, so we can throw away a wound. And yeah, so we will refresh these. There is only 1 monastery on the board, and we get Peaceful Moment. The unit offer is getting refreshed, and we get Herbalists, Utum Guardsmen, and the peasants. The dummy player takes Decompose, and these advance, and the new advanced action is Refreshing Walk, and then they're getting a green into their inventory for Cure. The spells advance, and the new spell in the offer is Expose, Mass Expose, and then we can shuffle up and go on to the next round. Okay, so we can draw up to our hand limit of 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and we get Swiftness, Mana Pull, Promise, Stamina and Stamina. So I think we really need to get exploring as soon as possible. Probably trying to aim for this tile here, and then we can explore there and there. Trying to avoid the forests at the moment. We do start with the black here, but it's not going to make a difference because we don't have a spell. Given what we have in hand, I think we can probably get up to that red crystal mine and take out the Auric on the first turn. It would involve using most of our cards. So I think, yeah, maybe we take here Long Night, and hopefully we can go first as well. And then maybe try and get through our deck quite a bit and get an extra turn or something. The dummy player is going to take Sparing Power. That's not great, but fine. So we'll keep that. We are going first here. We are going to, I think, play Mana Pull to be able to use one additional mana die from the source. We will use Stamina for a move of, yeah, we'll use, 4, and then we'll get 2 there, so it's 3 and 6. So we provoke the Auric. We can use the second, we can use the green in the source using our skill and make it, or use it as white for a ranged attack of 3, which is enough to take him out. We get +1 reputation, +2 fame, and we end on a crystal mine, so we get a red to our inventory. We are left with Promise in hand. These get re-rolled. It's a white and a red. Those go away, and we draw up to our hand limit of 5, so another 4, and we get Rage, Concentration, Tranquility, and Battle Versatility. Dummy player goes 1, 2, and 3. It's a red. They get 1 more back to us. So we have we've no movement, so I think I'll use Tranquility with the white, using our skill to make it green, and we'll draw 2 more cards, and we get March and March, and then we can play that March for 2 and that March for another 2, I think, which will get us 2 there and an Explore here. So let's do that too. And okay, so we have a Mage Tower. It's not very easy to get to. And then we can put that out face down. We have an Orc, which goes face up, and it's 3 physical attack. He's fortified with 3 armor as well. I'm just wondering, do we want to play another 2 sideways to get another move 2 and see this tile? Let's leave it there and see what comes on the next turn. It's a blue. We are drawing up to our hand limit, so 4, we get 1 more, and we get counter attack. Dummy player 1, 2, and 3. It's a green. They get 1 more over to us, and I think we'll play Promise sideways and Rage sideways for move 2. Okay, so we get a village, and there is a keep as well. So that goes face down, and there is a village there as well. Okay, so we will probably want to come up towards the village, potentially come around this way and explore there, and maybe take the keep as well. So yeah, we'll keep these 3 in hand. These go away. We get 2 more, so 1, 2, and we get Improvisation and Determination. Dummy player 1, 2, and 3. It's a white. They don't go again back to us. And I think here we will, so I think Improvisation may be our last move card, but let's go with improvisation with the red from the source. We will use battle versatility, and we'll get +5. If we had access to a green, I would definitely use that, but unfortunately we don't. So yeah, let's move 4 there, and then do I want to play one sideways here? No, I think I'm okay, so let's leave it there. And that is a red. We draw up, so we get another 2, 1 and 2, and it's crystallize and ruby ring. Dummy player then is 1, 2 and 3. It's a blue, they get 2 more, 1 and 2. Back to us. And I think here we will, let's play crystallize and concentration sideways for a move of 2. And then we will play ruby ring. We'll get a red crystal and a red mana token and fame +1. And that goes away. We'll end our turn there. So that's that. We get, we have 2, and then we can 3, 4. So we have swiftness and threaten. And then we can shuffle and put 3 cards at random back into our deck, which will allow us to draw 1 more here. So the one we get is, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we get 1 more, so 5, and it is tranquility. Dummy player, they're going to declare end of round on the next turn. I think here we still don't have access to a green, so let's play tranquility to draw 1 more, and we get ruby ring. I think we probably play I think we will, I'm sorry, we should only have we should have put 3 back in our deck, and then we had we drew 1 and then we drew another, so there should only be 1 there, I think. Okay, so let's first we'll play swiftness for move 2. We'll explore this tile, so we'll move this down a bit. And we get, okay, so there is no city, so that goes that way. But that is a new monastery, and we get crystal mastery. There is a tomb as well. Yeah, okay, so I think we'll leave our turn there and see what this card is. The dummy player declares the end of the round, and then we get stamina here. I'm tempted to try and go for this keep here, but I don't know what's in there, and I'm afraid if it's 1 enemy, we should be able to handle it. So we could move 4. We could probably block 5, 6, 7 maybe. Or sorry, if there's only 1 enemy attack, but if it's 2 enemy attacks, I'm not sure we can get the stronger effect of counter attack. I think we let's risk it. So we'll play stamina with the blue from the source to get us a move 4, which gets us into the hills. We lose 1 reputation, and the enemy is so I don't think we can block it. So he has 3 ice attack and 3 physical attacks, so we won't get the stronger effect of counter attack here. So we're probably looking at taking maybe 1 wound for the ice attack. So we could go with a block of 5 using a red, using our skill to use as a blue. So that would block 1, the physical attack. We will take a wound, and then we can play counter attack for an attack of 2, an attack of 4. We don't get the additional attack 3 because we didn't block the ice attack. He's only ice resistant, he's not physically resistant, so that attack 4 is enough to take him out. And yeah, that so we also lose another 1 reputation for taking it out, but we do get 5 fame, so we will level up as a result of this. So we played stamina for a move of 4 with the blue from the source. We used determination with a red, using our skill to make it a blue for a block of 5. I mean, we wouldn't even need to use our red here. We could just play Threaten Sideways, so that's a block of 3. And then we took a wound to hand for the ice attack, and then play counter attack for an attack of 4, which is enough to take him out. So we lose 1 more reputation, and we get 5 fame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do get a keep there, and we are going to level up. We can also play Ruby Ring here for a red mana crystal and a red mana, red crystal and a red mana token plus fame plus 1. So we're not going to be able to use that red mana token. That goes away. We keep the wound. That is going to get re-rolled. We are leveling up, so we get a choice of skills, and we have the movement skill or the influence skill. Given we're in a keep and there's gold units coming out, pretty tempted to go for the influence skill here. It's dark negotiation, so once a turn, influence 2 during the day or 3 at night. I think I'm going to take the influence one just because we don't even have a unit yet. So we'll re-roll these, and it's 2 golds and a green. The green will stay. We'll re-roll, and we get a gold and a green. These are getting discarded. There is 2 monasteries on the board, and we get regeneration and dodge and weave. The unit offer is getting refreshed. We do have a core tile now, so we're getting elite units as well. And they are the ice mages. The regular is the illusionists, and then we get the sorcerers. So none of those can be recruited in a keep, unfortunately. Okay, so they're going to take Crushing Bolt in. Oh, we should also get an advanced action here. So I think I'm probably going to take Crushing Bolt, actually. Into the Heat is usually such a strong card, but I don't even have any units here. So yeah, let's take Crushing Bolt as our advanced action, which would mean these would have advanced and regeneration would be there. And then Dodge and Weave and Rush of Adrenaline would be these 2. They would take Into the Heat. These would advance, and the new advanced action would be Maximal Effect. They're going to get another green for Meditation Trance. This spell is Advance, and the new spell is Mist Form. Okay, and then we can just shuffle up and go on to the next round. Okay, so we can draw up to our hand limit of 5 plus 1 for a keep. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we get Tranquility, Ruby Ring, Promise, Swiftness, Crystallize, and Swiftness. And for our tactic then, I think, so I'm really not particularly enthused about our position here. We haven't managed to get any spells. This was the only Mage Tower, and I think we revealed it at night, so it wasn't that appealing to come over to. Perhaps I should have gone for the monastery instead of the keep here, and maybe tried to burn that down and then go for the tomb. But yeah, that's where we are. So I think I'm going to take Great Start here, get some more cards. They're going to take number 6, so we are going to go first again. So we'll get 2 more cards, and they are Mana Pull and Counter Attack. These go away. And yeah, then we go first. So I think I will use probably, let's play Ruby Ring for a red crystal. Or no, we don't. No, let's not play that. We can use, I think, probably Tranquility with the green from the source. That was a green for 2 cards. And we get March and Crushing Bolt. And I think we will use, if we had access to a white here. So let's use the Crystallize with the red from our inventory. We'll use our skill to make it blue, and we'll take a green into our inventory, and then we can play March for a move of 4. We'll explore this tile first, and it is the blue city. So that goes there. There is another monastery on the board. We'll put the Draconum out first. and it is, okay, so 6 fire attack with brutal, 4 divide, fire resistance, and 8 armor. We'll get the other advanced action is Frost Bridge. The blue city is going to be 2 purple and a white. So 2 purple and 1 white, and that any elemental attack is going to be increased. We could get a spell in there if we manage to get it, and then we still have 2 movement left, and I think I will explore, I guess, this tile. So we'll move this slightly, and we're going to explore here, and it is not a city, but we are right next to a Mage Tower, and a Draconum. Okay, so the Draconum is going to be 6 ice attack, paralyze, ice and physical resistance, and 7 armor. There's also runes which goes face up. That's 3 blue mana for 7 fame. And then we also have a Mage Tower which goes face up, and it is 6 fire attack with fire resistance and 5 armor. Okay, so and I think I'm actually tempted to try and take this Mage Tower here. So we can we'll probably end up taking wounds to hand, but I really need to try and get a spell, and maybe yeah, let's go for it. So we'll play the 2 swiftnesses for move 2, 4, and ruby ring sideways for a move of 5. Perhaps it's better. I want to keep the influence card so we can use it next turn. So let's enter the Mage Tower. That's going to lose us 1 reputation. We're going to take 2 wounds for the fire attack. And then I think we probably play counter attack here. Yeah, with the red, so that'll give us an attack of 4. So we need 1 more, and we can play, I think, Crushing Bolt sideways for an attack of 5. So yeah, just to recap, we played Tranquility with the green from the source, drew 2 cards, played Crystallize with the red from our inventory to get a green, using our skill to make the red blue. We took a green, used Marsh for move 4, we explored 2 there, 2 here. And then we played our 2 swiftnesses and ruby ring sideways for a move of 5 to get into the swamp. And yeah, took 2 wounds to hand for the 6 fire attack, and then used a red crystal from our inventory for an attack of 4, and Crushing Bolt sideways for an attack of 1, which is enough to take him out. So that's 5 fame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we do level up. We also get a spell. I think I'm going to take Snowstorm. Yeah, let's go with that. These advance, and the new spell is Charm. Okay, and then these go away. Red, red, and green. This gets re-rolled, and it is a blue. These are getting discarded. We also get a shield token on the Mage Tower. We do level up, so we are getting an increase in our hand limit. And we have these 4 cards in hand, and our hand limit is now 6 plus 1 for our keep, so 7. So 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we get Stamina, Determination, and Snowstorm. The dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a white. They don't go again back to us. And I think here, so we are going to, I think, play Mana Pool with a gold. So take 2 mana die and set them to any color except gold. We're going to set the white. Yeah, let's go with white. And then we also probably want to set the other one to white as well. So we will get 2 white mana tokens to use here. And we'll use one of those with Promise for influence of 4. We're going to use our skill for influence of 2. That's a total influence of 6. And then we will use Stamina and Determination sideways for an influence of 8, less our 1 on the reputation track, gives us an influence of 7, which is enough to get a spell along with the white mana token. And I think I'm going to take Charm here, which gives us an influence of 4. So yeah, let's go with that. And hopefully we'll be able to get a unit on the next turn. These do not get re-rolled. The gold does, and it is a red. So that goes away. These are getting discarded. And we draw up to our hand limit, which is 6 plus 1 is 7. So we get another 4 here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we get improvisation, a wound, stamina, and charm. Dummy player then is 1, 2, and 3. It's a green, they get 2 more. So 1 and 2. Back to us. So I think here we're probably going to play charm with a white from the source. So influence of 4. We can get another 2 influence there. So that would be 6. We're going to recruit a unit here. So we'll get a discount of 3 towards the cost of a unit. So we're going to go for the sorcerers, I think. So that will cost us 6 in total. After the discount, we have 1 on the -1 on the reputation track, so that's a total of 7 influence we need. So we have 4, 5, 6, and then we can just play probably stamina sideways for 7, which will be enough to recruit the sorcerers. So yeah, we used the white from the source for influence of 4. We used our skill for an influence of 2. We got a discount of 3 towards the cost of 1 unit, which is this. So this would cost usually 9. It's going to cost 6 now. -1 on the reputation track, so we need a total of 7 influence. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, so we'll recruit them. And I think, yeah, let's leave it there. This gets discarded, or sorry, re-rolled. It's a black. We are drawing up to our hand limit, so sorry, I never refreshed the spell offer either. So the new one is chill. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 because we're next to our keep, and we get concentration and battle versatility. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a green, they get 2 more, 1 and 2. Back to us. And I think here we can probably engage this guy in combat. So we will use, we'll activate our sorcerers, which using a white, although it's probably not going to, well, we can get ranged attack of 3 here, and that's a ranged attack of 3, but that's only a ranged attack of 6, unfortunately, so perhaps we can't do that. And you know, I think we actually can. So if we go with, yeah, we'll engage it in combat. We are going to use the white, use our skill to make it green. So chosen enemy loses all resistance and ranged attack of 3. So he's no longer ice and physically resistant. And then we can play concentration for a blue token and use snowstorm for ranged ice attack of 5. So that's a total attack of 8, or ranged attack of 8. So we kill him in the ranged and siege attack phase. That's going to give us +2 reputation and +8 fame. So we go from 24 up to 32. So that's that. These are staying in our hand. These get discarded. This gets re-rolled, and it is a gold. This goes over here, and that has been activated. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We draw 2 more, so 6, 7, and we get March and Rage. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a green, they get 2 more, 1 and 2. So they're going to declare end of round on the next turn. Back to us. And I think let's rest for this turn. So we will just discard, I guess, March. No, let's discard battle versatility and these 3 wounds. And yeah, we'll rest. So we get 1, 2, 3, and we have 1 more here, and it is threaten. Dummy player declares end of round. I think here we will, I think we're probably going to want to try and recruit here, and probably going to go for the ice mages. So that will cost a total influence of 9. We have 2 here, so that's 7 that we need. So let's use improvisation with a red from the source for 5, and then these 2 sideways for 7. So yeah, that's yeah, I think we'll do that. So we'll get the Ice Mages. So it's 9 influence in total. We are 0 on the reputation track. We've played improvisation and discarded rage for an influence of 5 using a red from the source. 6, 7 here, and then these 2 sideways for an influence of 1 each. So that's 8, 9. So we get this Ice Mages as well. And yeah, we can end our turn there, I think. Yeah, so that's that. We'll refresh that. These are going to get re-rolled, and they are red, blue, and white. Okay, so these are, we still have 1, 2, 3 monasteries on the board. So we get Chilling Stare, Ice Shield, and Swift Bolt. The new unit offer is going to be, so the first elite is the Heroes. This is the Utem Swordsman, and then the second elite is the Fire Golems. Okay, and then the advanced actions, they're getting a Refreshing Walk into their deck, and then we are putting out a new one, and it is the Firebolt. The spells, they're getting a white for Expose into their inventory. These spells advance, and the new spell in the offer is going to be Space Bending. And then we can shuffle up and go on to the next round. Okay, so we can draw up to our hand limit of 6 plus 1 because our next to our keep is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we get Charm, Ruby Ring, Improvisation, Concentration, Threaten, Counterattack, and March. In terms of tactics here, I think I'm probably going to go with Preparation. I think I'm going to hang around in this Mage Tower and try and recruit the Fire Golems and maybe one more spell. And then hopefully try and boost our way across here towards the city. So yeah, let's go with Preparation. And I think the card I'm going to take is probably Promise. So yeah, we'll take Promise here. These get shuffled. Yeah, we'll try and pick up probably the Fire Golems here. They're the best unit available. And then maybe we take Chill as well. Although I might be tempted to take Mist Form, because that would get us across to that monastery. We could go through the lakes there. And yeah, we could actually, that would be really appealing to do that. So yeah, we'll think about that after we pick up the Fire Golems, I think. So yeah, dummy player is going to take number 3, Mana Search. They're going to go first on this turn. So these go away. So they're 1, 2, and 3. It's a white. They get 1 more over to us. I think we're going to use Charm here with the white from the source to get influence 4 and a discount of 3 towards the cost of 1 unit. Our reputation track is 0. We're going to take this 8. So that's 8 influence it costs. We have 4 less the discount, so it's actually costing 5. So we're going to use our skill for influence of 3. So that's more than enough to pick up the Fire Golems. In terms of the spell here, I could go with taking a blue from that, and then we could probably go with let's go with so we would need, I think I'm going to wait because we'll get a boost from that next turn. Is there anything here I want to discard? Probably not. So we will leave it there. So that's a green. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which so we don't draw any more. Dummy player 1, 2, and 3. It's a green. 2 more, 1 and 2. Back to us. So I think here we can play Promise. We'll use the green, use our skill to make it white. So that's going to be influence of 4. Then we can play that for influence of 3 because it's night. So that's a total influence of 7. We can play Concentration for a blue. And we will use our 7 influence plus the blue to take Chill. So we'll take that into our deck. And then, yeah, do we want to get anything else here? I mean, we could potentially go for, so we could go 5, 6, 7, 8. We could actually get another spell here if we had access to another crystal. So I think we'll leave our turn there. The new spell in the offer is going to be Fireball. Ooh, I'm pretty, yeah, that's tempting. So that is a gold. It doesn't help. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get 2 more. And we get Crushing Bolt and Chill. Dummy player, 1, 2, and 3. It's a white. They get 1 more back to us. And I think here, so we have a choice. We can either recruit Mist Form, take Mist Form and spend another turn on the Mage Tower, and then next turn go over to the monastery and maybe burn that down. Or we can start making a move now and maybe get over here to take out this guy. I think I'm tempted to, probably tempted to try and take Mist Form here, and then we can probably burn down the monastery. That is a very difficult choice. Let's I think, yeah, let's take this while we have the an advantage. So we'll play Ruby Ring. We'll get a red mana token and a red crystal. We'll get Fame +1. We're going to spend that mana token for improvisation. We will use our skill, or we'll discard, I think, probably Threaten sideways. Or sorry, not sideways, it's discarded. So we get Influence 5, 6, 7, 8 from our skill. And I think I'm going to pay a blue from the source for Mist Form here. So that will get us a move of 4. These advance, and the new spell is Demolish. We're left with these in hand. I think I will, I'll hold these for now. This gets re-rolled, and it is a black. This is going away. And yeah, that is all. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We draw up another 3, and we get Tranquility, Stamina, and Mist Form. Dummy player then, 1, 2, and 3. It's a green. They get 2 more, 1 and 2. We're going to play Mist Form. We're going to use the red in the source, using our skill to make it blue. The move cost of all terrains is, including lakes, is 2. We can't enter hills and mountains for the rest of the turn. So we will use 4 of that to get there, and then march for a move 2 to get onto the monastery. That will reveal what is inside the city here. So we have ice attack of 2 +2, so total attack of 4, paralyze, ice and physical resistance with 4 armor, summoner with 3 armor and physical resistance, and then 5 cold fire attack, paralyze, assassination, fire and ice resistance, and 8 armor. Okay, fine. So we are on the monastery. Is there anything? I guess we could play Tranquility, draw another card, and see what we get. So we get Determination. We can probably play Crushing Bolt here for a green to, well, I'm just wondering whether we want to, probably don't want to move anymore. So we will discard Stamina. And then, I mean, I'm thinking of burning this monastery down. So we probably want to play Crushing Bolt. Yeah, we'll take a green to our inventory. So we're left with 3 in hand. That's fine. This gets re-rolled. It's a black. Oh god. Okay, so we draw another 3. So 1, 2, and 3, and we get Swiftness, a wound, and march. Dummy player, they're going to declare end of round on the next turn. Do we want to burn this monastery right now is the question. I think we let's risk it here. So we will burn the monastery, we'll lose 3. And we get a, okay, so 5 physical attack with poison, and that is 5 armor. So we can play chill, using a red as a blue with their skill, and a black from the source. Target enemy does not attack this combat and gets armor -4 to a minimum of 1. So they're down to 1 armor, and then we can just play, I guess, counter attack for an attack of 2, which is enough to take him out. So that's 4 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4. This gets re-rolled. It's a gold. This goes away. That is that. And we will, I think, also discard probably, I mean, I guess we can keep March and Swiftness here. Are we going to use, we don't need Determination, I don't think. So yeah, we will discard that. We are going to get a reward for that, so that is going to be an artifact. So we have Sword of Justice or Diamond Ring. So Sword of Justice, when you play this, discard any number of cards from your hand. You get attack 3 for each card you discard this way. Fame +1 for each enemy you defeat this turn. Or Diamond Ring, gain a white mana token and a white crystal to your inventory. Fame +1 gives you an endless supply of white and black mana. I think I'm going to take Sword of Justice here. We already have an endless supply, access to an endless supply with the Ruby Ring, and the stronger effect of Sword of Justice, double the contribution of all physical attacks you play during your attack phase this turn. Enemies lose physical resistance this turn. Fame +1 for each enemy you defeat this turn. So I think Sword of Justice is the winner there. We are also going to level up, so we get a skill. And we have the Burning Power, once a turn, Siege Attack 1 or Fire Siege Attack 1, or flip the, once a round, flip for a red crystal to our inventory and 1 red or black mana token. I think I'm going to take the access to the crystals. Sorry, we should have so we should have, we've leveled up 3 times, so we should have, that should have been in the offer from before, and then we should get another one now. So I'm just wondering, do I want to take that that motivation skill from Tovak? It would mean we have to take regeneration here, but actually I think I'm okay with that. So I'm going to take motivation instead. The new one is resistance break, which is another fantastic skill. We're going to take regeneration. Because we took Tovak's skill, we have to take the first advanced action. These advance, and the new one is Temporal Portal. So yeah, that's 1, 2, 3. We'll draw up to our hand limit of 6, so 1, 2, 3. And we get Crystallize. Oh, we shouldn't have, yeah, we shouldn't have that. So Snowstorm, Sword of Justice, and Regeneration. Dummy player declares end of round. I think we will, I mean, we may as well, I guess, first of all, play that for move 2. Black can be used during the, no, I can't. So we will, I think, we probably want to play Regeneration and heal 1 wound anyway. So that's that. And then we can probably flip this for 2. Well, before we play Regeneration, let's flip our motivation skill. Get a blue token and 2 cards. So we get Rage and Crystallize. And I think let's use Regeneration to heal 1. We'll use the blue token we just got from motivation to gain a green to our inventory. Which we can use, sorry, Regeneration was played for March, move 4, and Swiftness for move 6. So we can move 5 in there, and then we probably want 1 more move, and we can play Rage Sideways for a move of 1, which will explore the final core tile, and it is the Green City. So that goes that way. We're right next to an orc, which goes face up. and it is 4 physical attack with 3 armor. Okay, the second orc then is a summoner with 4 armor, and the green city is going to be level 9, which is going to be a keep. Wow, okay, so a keep. I'll discard that because I accidentally revealed it. So a keep 3 brown enemies and 1 white. So we get 3 brown and 1 white. And any physical attack is going to be poisonous here in this. And then could we take out this? I think we can. So we could take out the orc now. It would cost us a red mana token. Or we could just, yeah, let's go with that. So we will play Snowstorm, use our skill to change this into a blue token, and get ranged ice attack of 5, which we can use. Oh, we're going to provoke the Draconum. So actually, maybe we want to use our units here to take out this Draconum. Yeah, I think it's going to make more sense to take out the Draconum here. So we'll engage him in combat. So he's going to be fire attack with brutal. He's fortified, fire resistance, and 8 armor. So first of all, let's use our skill and activate our sorcerers. We are going to use the green and use our skill to change it to a white. Chosen enemy loses all fortifications and gives us range attack 3. So he's no longer fortified. We can activate our ice mages for a blue mana token and a blue crystal to our inventory. So we'll take 1 there, and then we can activate Snowstorm for a ranged ice attack of 5, which is efficient against his fire resistance. And the ranged attack 3 plus ranged attack ice attack 5, all efficient, which is enough to take him out in the ranged siege attack phase because the chosen enemy loses all fortifications. So yeah, he's dead. We get +2 reputation, 1, 2. We get 8 fame, so we go from 37 up to 45. So not enough to level up. And yeah, that goes away. As does that. And yeah, that is all for this round. So we didn't really get through much of our deck, given we spent a lot of time recruiting in that Mage Tower. So the remaining cards we had were Battle Versatility, Swiftness, a wound, Stamina, a wound, and Mana Pool. That's fine. This gets re-rolled. It's a white, a black, and a gold. So the white will stay, and we will get a gold. Or re-roll these. It's blue and a red. These are going away. We now have 2 monasteries on the board, so 1 and 2, and we get Pathfinding and In Need. They're going to get maximal effect into their deck. These are going to advance, and the new one is Force of Nature. The unit offer gets renewed, so the heroes go away, as do the Utem Swordsmen. And the new elite unit is the Delphana Masters. This regular unit is the Scouts, and then the second is the Ultim Guardians. And then the crystal they get is a blue one into their inventory. The spells advance, and the new spell is Whirlwind Tornado. So very nice spell there. And in the blue city, we might actually be able to pick up some spells. But we do have quite a few now. This gets renewed, and then we can shuffle up and go on to the next round. Okay, so we can draw up to our hand limit of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we get Threaten, Stamina, Snowstorm, Regeneration, Improvisation, and Promise. In terms of tactics, we can choose one of these. So I think I'm just going to take early bird so we can go first on this turn. That's probably the best option here. And I think for this turn, given we have so much influence in our hand. I probably want to take on this orc here, so we can engage him in combat. We will take so he is physical attack, so we can just use the golems to absorb 4 points of physical attack, and then use probably improvisation for an attack of 3, discarding promise with that. So that's enough to take him out completely. We gain 1 on the reputation track and 2 fame, so 1, 2. So not quite leveling up. We can discard threaten, I think. Probably want to discard regeneration here. Yeah, let's discard regeneration and probably stamina. That could get us the move 2 we need. Let's see we'll keep stamina and discard these. So we have 2 in hand, we'll draw another 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Although if we keep regeneration, we can use a unit when we go into the city, and then hopefully if we don't conquer the city, we can actually renew the unit. So yeah, let's keep regeneration in hand. So we have 3 in hand, so we'll draw another 3. So 1, 2, 3, and we get crystallize, rage, and counter attack. Dummy player 1, 2, and 3. It's a red. They get 1 more back to us. And I think here we can play crystallize. We'll use the white, and we'll get a white to our inventory. And then, I'm thinking I probably want to discard these 2 to try and get some cards going through our hand. Yeah, let's discard those 2. And I'm in 2 minds about whether to hold this regeneration here. I think let's not. So we need to cycle through some cards. Yeah, so we have these 2. We'll draw another 4. So that's a gold. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we get swiftness, concentration, and stamina. We should. Okay, so dummy player 1, 2, and 3. It's a red. They get 1 more back to us. And I think here we can actually go for the city here. So we'll play stamina for move 2. We'll lose 1 reputation. These are the 3 enemies we're going to face. We have. Let's use our motivation skill actually. So we'll flip that. We'll get a blue mana token, and we'll get 2 extra cards, and we get mist form and crushing bolt. So I think here we can just let's use a white from our inventory. Chosen enemy loses all fortifications, ranged attack of 3, and we can also use concentration with a gold. Yeah, let's use the gold from the source, and use swiftness. So that'll give us a ranged attack of 5. So 5 plus a ranged attack of 3 here. So that's a total ranged attack of 8. We're going to target this guy. So he's no longer has any fortifications. So he's vulnerable in the ranged siege attack phase. We've done a ranged attack of 8. He's dead. We are going to use a blue from our the blue mana token that we got for a siege ice attack of 4. And we're going to use that against this guy. So he's dead in the ranged siege attack phase as well. He's only physically resistant. So he's dead. And then this guy is going to do 2 ice attack, plus 2 for the elemental boost that they get in the blue city, which is a total ice attack of 4. We can use our ice mages to absorb all of that because they have 4 armor and ice resistance. So he does not, or no one takes any damage in the assigned damage phase. And then he has ice resistance and physical resistance and an armor of 4. And we can use a red from our inventory for a ranged fire attack of 4, which is enough to take him out. So just to recap, we played stamina, moved in, lost a reputation. We used our motivation for a blue and 2 extra cards. These are the enemies we faced. We used a white from our inventory to target this guy. He lost all fortifications, and we also had a ranged attack 3 from the sorcerers. We used a gold from the source to power concentration and got swiftness, ranged attack 3 plus 2 from concentration is 5, plus the 3 here. He's dead in the ranged and siege attack phase. Then this guy, we used a blue from motivation for a siege ice attack of 4, which is efficient against his physical resistance. He's also dead in the ranged and siege attack phase. And then this guy had 2 ice attack plus 2 for being in the city. And our ice resistance makes the unit able to absorb all of that attack. So he does no damage in the assigned damage phase, and then we hit back with a red from our inventory for a ranged fire attack of 4, which is efficient against his ice and physical resistance, so he's also dead, and these guys have been used. So that is all we will do for this turn. We will get a blue for the new die in the source. These are going to go away. And we also get 3 shield tokens on the city, so 2 and 3. And then, yeah, that is, we probably keep these in hand, I think. Although we're probably not going to need Snowstorm here, or counter attack, because realistically we're probably not going to be facing anyone else on this turn, so we can play Crushing Bolt for a green to our inventory, I think. We can probably try and, we're going to get, let's see how much fame we get, so 5 plus 9 is 14, plus 4 is 18, so we are on 47 at the moment. That would take us up to 65, so we will actually have another command token available here. So yeah, we're probably going to want to get as much influence into our hand as we can. So we will discard all of these, I think. Yeah, just to try and get through our deck a bit. Yeah, let's do that. So we're left with just the wound here. We will get our 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 9 is 18. So 57, 67, 65, so we level up twice. We get 1 command token, and we are getting a choice of skills, and we have the choice between, okay, so the top one is, where is that? Invocation. Discard a wound card to gain a red or black mana token, or discard a non-wound card to gain a white or green mana token. You must spend a mana token gained this way immediately, or you cannot use the ability. Or we have her motivation skill. Once around on any player's turn, flip it to draw 2 cards. If you have the least fame, also gain a red mana token. You cannot use another motivation skill until the end of your next turn. I think I might actually just take the this motivate. Although I'm pretty tempted by the resistance break skill in the common skill offer. It's so powerful. So I think I will realistically probably want to. That is difficult, and I think I will probably take that resistance break skill actually. Yeah, let's go with that. I will get Firebolt as a result of that, and I think actually I'm gonna keep Mistform in my hand. Yeah, I want to keep Mistform because then we can potentially move over to the village at the end of this round. So yeah, let's do that. So we have 2 in hand here, and then we draw up to our hand limit +2, so we are drawing another 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we get Battle Versatility, March, Mana Pull, a Wound, Ruby Ring, and Firebolt. Dummy player, 1, 2, and 3. It's a white, they get 1 more. Back to us. And I think, so here we can play Firebolt for a red crystal to our inventory. I need to put a new advanced action out, sorry. And it is Ritual Attack. So that is Firebolt done. We can discard March, I think. Probably discard or play Ruby Ring. So we'll get a red mana token and a red crystal. We're not going to use the red crystal, so we'll just, or the red mana token, so we'll just take that into our inventory, and then we get Fame +1. Probably want to discard Battle Versatility, and then probably want to discard, could discard Mana Pool here as well. Problem is, like, all our influence cards came early in this round, so we're not going to be able to probably get the Delphana Masters here, even with our skill. So we have 3 here, and we draw up to our hand limit, which is 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, let's keep Mana Pool then, I think. So yeah, we will discard these. So we have 4 in hand, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, and we get Charm, Tranquility, March, and Determination. I forgot we had Charm, so there is hope yet. 1, 2, and 3. It's a blue, so they're getting 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Back to us. Here, I think, let's use Tranquility with a green from our inventory to heal 2. Get those wounds out of our hand, and then I think I'm going to leave my turn there. We will draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to get these 3. So we may be able to pick up either the Delphana Masters or the Ultim Guardians here, which would be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, let's leave it there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we get Sword of Justice, Swiftness, and Chill. Dummy player goes 1, 2. They're going to declare end of round on the next turn. Back to us. And yeah, I think I probably made a blunder on the last turn when I used the green crystal in our inventory here. We don't have access to a white, so we can't play Charm. So what I think I'm going to do is take a risk and play Mist Form for a move of 4. We can move 2 to the monastery and then 2 back into the city, and then we'll have where's my, yeah, so 4, the Delphana Masters would cost, with a discount, they would cost 10 plus 1 for a reputation penalty, so it would be 11. So we'd have 4 there, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if this comes up either green or white on the reroll, we should be able to get them. So yeah, we'll do that. And it is a red, so we are out of luck, unfortunately. The dummy player declares end of round. What do we want to do here? I mean, we can't use Charm here, so it's kind of backfired on us. That's frustrating. I think yes, we'll just end our turn. It's such a waste to let all these cards go to nothing. But yeah, we'll end our turn. We'll end our turn in the city and see what comes out on the next round. So we'll renew these, ready our units. Yeah, that's a bit annoying, but okay. So we get 2 whites and a black. We have, I don't even know now how many monasteries, so 1, 2 left. So we get Shield Bash and Learning. The new units in the offer are going to be, so the new elite unit is Amatep Freezers. The regular unit is going to be Guardian Golems, and the elite unit is going to be Ice Golems. So we can only get the Amatep Freezers there. Okay. And then they're going to take Temporal Portal into their inventory. These advance, and the new one is Magic Talent. They're taking a red crystal for Fireball, and the new spell is going to be Call to Arms, Call to Glory. And then we can just shuffle up for the next round. So we can draw up to our hand limit of 6 plus 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we get Regeneration, Threaten, Stamina, Ruby Ring, Counterattack, Swiftness, Sword of Justice, and Firebolt. I think yeah, we're just going to take From the Dusk here. Yeah, we want to go first here. So that will go out of the game. I think we will play Threaten with a red from our inventory for influence of 5. We have 3 for being on the city. That's an influence of 8. We're -1 on the reputation track. I'll play Regeneration Sideways for an influence of 9. That's enough to recruit. I don't even need to play Regeneration Sideways here because I have the skill as well. But I think I'll probably discard that anyway. So we'll recruit the Amatep Freezers. I think we probably want to play Firebolt to gain a red to our inventory. And yeah, we will... the white could be used as a green. Heal 2, so no. Let's keep all these in hand, I think. Yeah. So that's that. Dummy player, well, first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we get Battle Versatility, Crystallize, and Tranquility. 1, 2, and 3. It's a blue. 1, 2, and 3. So we need to, I think we probably want to play Tranquility. We'll use a white with our skill for a green to draw another 2. And we get Improvisation and Snowstorm. I think we'll probably play Stamina for a move of 4. Improvisation. Yeah, we'll play Improvisation with a red for a move of 5. So that's a total move of 9. We need 5 to get there and another 5 there. That's 10. So let's discard Crystallize along with Improvisation. And then we can discard... so we have 4 plus 5 is 9. And then probably... I want to keep all of these... probably Swiftness here, so that will get us over here. Yeah, let's go with that. That reveals what's in the city. So we have 4 physical attack with Swiftness and 4 armor, 7 physical attack with Swiftness and 5 armor, 5 physical attack, 4 armor with physical resistance, 5 physical resistance with brutal and 5 armor, and 4 cold fire attack, poison, brutal, 8 armor and physical resistance, and all 4 of these guys with physical attack will have poison. And the white one also has poison as well, so it's pretty nasty. That is another white. These go away. Red and blue. We are drawing up to our hand limit, which is going to be 6. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we get 1 more. It's Rage. Dummy player then. 1, 2, and 3. It's a white. They get 1 more. Back to us. Okay, I think we can use our motivation here for a blue mana token and 2 extra cards. So we get March and Promise. And I think we can use March to enter the city. So that we lose 1 reputation. These are the enemies that we're going to face. 4 and 5. So I think here we can use the sorcerers who have both ice and fire resistance to absorb his damage in the assigned damage phase. We can use the fire golems to absorb this damage in the assigned damage phase. We're not going to, I mean, we could take out that guy with siege ice attack of 4. So he's dead, and then it's these 2. And I think we will, we could block 2, 3, and probably Promise for 4. I'm just wondering, actually no, let's do Battle Versatility for block 2. And Promise sideways for block 2. So Rage block 2, Battle Versatility block 2, and Promise block 2, which is enough to block this guy. so he's fully blocked. He does have brutal, but because we're blocking him, yeah, we don't need to block the 10, so we don't take the wounds. And then this guy we're going to leave unblocked. We will take 2 wounds for that, because our armor's 4, and then we can break probably, I think the Sword of Justice. Double the contribution of all physical attacks you play during your attack phase this turn. Enemies lose physical resistance as well. So before we break that, let's use our skill to reduce this guy's armor by 1. So he's down to 7 armor. And then we just have to kill off these 4 guys. So that's a total of 7 plus 5 is 12, 16, and 21. So we need 21 attack here. So we can break the Sword of Justice. All enemies lose physical resistance, so he's the only one left with physical resistance. We can play this for a ranged attack of 3, this for an attack of 3 as well, and this for an attack of 5. So all of that is physical attack, so it's all doubled. So this is 10, plus 6 is 16, plus 6 is 22. We also have counter attack for another 4 if we wanted it. So yeah, that is all of them taken out, it should be. So to recap, we played Motivation, got a blue and 2 extra cards. We used the blue crystal for a siege ice attack of 4, which is enough to take him out in the ranged and siege attack phase. This guy was absorbed. His damage was absorbed by the sorcerers, who have both fire and ice resistance. So they are resistant to cold fire attacks of enemies. And then where were the other ones? So this guy was, we let him do his so we weren't going to block him because we didn't have 8 block, but he only does 4 damage in the assigned damage phase. So this guy is, the fire golems are physically resistant with 4 armor, so that's enough to absorb that damage. Then we played Rage, Battle Versatility, both for block 2 each, so that's a total block of 4, and Promise Sideways for a block of 5, which is enough to block him fully. And then this guy we took 2 wounds for, and yeah, that was everything for the assigned damage phase. And then we went into the attack phase. We broke Sword of Justice. We used our skill first to reduce his armor to 7, so we had a total of 7, plus 5 is 12, plus 4 is 16, plus 5 is 21 physical damage that we need to do. We broke Sword of Justice. All physical attacks are doubled, and then enemies lose physical resistance this turn. So he is no longer physically resistant, so we needed 21 damage. We used the Ametep Freezers for 5, plus 5 from the Sword of Justice, for 10, plus 3 is 16, plus another 3 plus 3 for 22, which is enough to take all of them out. And then this guy as well. And then we also get Fame plus 1 for each enemy we defeat this turn. So that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we go up to 71. And then we also get the Fame for these guys. So 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 5 is 12, plus 8 is 20, plus 4 is 24. So we go to 195. So we do level up at the end of this turn. These go away. Do I want to keep any of these in hand? I think I probably want to, let's keep them in hand. We might take out that orc. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. 5 shield tokens. We have 2 wounds in hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are leveling up twice. Or is it once? So we got 24. We're on 95. 75. No, we only level up once. So we get this. Sword of Justice was broken. So we have 7 plus 2 for our hand limit. So 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have 6, 7, 8, and 9. That blue crystal should be gone. And we get Determination, Mist Form, March, and Mana Pool. The dummy player doesn't get another turn. So yeah, do we want to take out the Orc? Yeah, I think we do. Let's engage him in combat. We can use Mana Pool with a white from the source. We will take 2 die and set them to, I guess, blue for 1. And does it really matter any of the others? No, I don't think so. So we will set it to blue, and I guess blue as well. So we'll have 2 blue crystals. We'll play 1 with range or Snowstorm. So that is a ranged ice attack of 5, so it's enough to kill him in the ranged and siege attack phase. We gain +1 reputation and 4 fame. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That goes away. Anything else we want to play? We can play Ruby Ring for a red crystal and a red mana token. We'll take the crystal, +1 fame, and then, yeah, that is all we will do. The cards we didn't get to were Charm, Stamina, Chill, Crushing Bolt, Concentration, and Swiftness. Yeah, so that's that. And yeah, we can tidy up and just come back for scoring. Okay, so we get +2 for each spell, so 2, 4, 6, 8. So we go to 108. +1 for each advanced action. We have 4 of those, so 112. +2 for each artifact, 1 of those, and then +1 for each 2 crystals. So we have 2 of those, so we get +1 point for that. And then for units, 3, 6, 9, 12. So 15, that's 4. And then we end on 8. And then for each site, so we had 2 for that site. Where else did we go? We came up around here, up there. We didn't take anything there. 4, 6, 8. So that's 8. So it goes to 16. And then -2 for each wound. So that's -4 in total. That's 12. And then we had +10 per conquered city. That's another 20. So up to 32. 15 if all cities were conquered. That's 47. 30 for each unplayed round. So there were none. 1 +1 for each card in the dummies deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So for 58. And then +5 if the end of round was not declared on the last round. So we go up to 63. So in total we had 183. Yeah, I think that's right. So 183. Yeah, that was fun. I was really kind of a little bit nervous when we came up around here. Like when we took this keep, I thought I'd made a mistake in not going for that monastery, but then this tile came out and we got right next to a Mage Tower, which was so fortunate. Like we took the Mage Tower. I think we took 2 wounds to hand for doing that, but then we were able to just sit in the Mage Tower for like 3 or 4 turns. I think we recruited or maybe got a couple of spells there, a couple of units. I think we got 3 units there. Yeah, so sorcerers, ice mages, and the fire golems in that Mage Tower. We took out the Draconum there. We got a couple of spells as well. I think we got Chill, Mist Form, maybe Charm as well. Yeah, we definitely got Charm there. Yeah, so that was really a lot of fun, getting Mist Form, then coming over here, burning that monastery down. We had some good skills as well that helped along the way. And yeah, it was quite a powerful deck that we built up towards the end. Like these units, I would have liked to have got those Amatep freezers. That was probably a blunder on my part, not using the green here. We could have used that as a white, which we could have used to power Charm. and then we could have played a bunch of cards sideways along with our skill to get the Delphana Masters, which would have been really instead of those Amatep freezers, although we didn't have access to that much mana in the end, so maybe it wouldn't have paid off, just because all the enemies I think had more than 3 attack, so we probably would have ended up having to take a wound if we wanted to use these guys to absorb damage, and we didn't have that much access to mana in the end, so I'm sure there was a way we could have made it work. But yeah, let me know any thoughts or comments in the comment section. Anything you would have done differently. All comments are greatly appreciated. Any feedback you have, anything you would have done differently. Yeah, and I think that's going to do it for today. Thanks for joining. Hope you can join again next time.